Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel, along with my main man, Larry Loper. I am Gil Larry. Want to welcome everybody, our new audience, our old audience. Let's get right into it. We got a lot of stuff to get into, and we want to get into it right now. So remember to hit like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. We want all the smoke. So, Larry, who's got it better than Tyler Reddick and Michael Jordan right now? Who?
Oh man, right now, man, this is insane, man. What he's doing for the people that don't know what we're talking about, this got to be one of the biggest news stories ever. If you don't follow NASCAR, right now, Tyler Reddick and Team Jordan is doing something that is very familiar to Team Jordan, Michael Jordan. But I don't know if NASCAR ever felt the impact of the Michael Jordan effect. Tyler Reddick has won the first three major NASCAR races he has won. Unheard of, Gil.
Never happened.
Never
77 years. Never happened.
This is insane. And who is the team owner? Michael Jordan. So my question to you and to the chat is, man, is it a takeover? It was a question posed last week from Gil was, with the Michael Jordan, do you think it will cross over to more people of color that's going to come over and start watching NASCAR? I want to know what you think, man. Do you think that now with Tyler Reddick and Team Jordan and all the accomplishments that they're doing so far and breaking history already coming in this thing, breaking history is as an owner, a majority owner, mind you, and his driver has won the last three races in the NASCAR circuit, which is unheard of. Okay, now Gil, I'm gonna ask you, how many you think that the way he's racing and where that car is built, how many realistically, man, do you think he could walk away with when the circuit's done?
We're talking about wins this season?
Yes.
Man, I mean, it's not unheard of for guys to win 10, 11, 12 races in a year. It's been a while since someone's been able to do that. I think the most it's been in recent years was 7, but he's already halfway there. He's already won the first 3, and there were 3 different kind of tracks. You had the restrictor plate with Daytona. You had Atlanta, which is not restrictor plate, so guys can spread out a little bit and go super fast. It feels much faster. Atlanta feels like a faster track than even Daytona. And then this was a road course in Texas. For all these people, NASCAR's so boring because all they do is drive around in a circle. That is not the case. They did a road course. It's one of the newer road courses. And that last stage, if you don't know, NASCAR has 3 stages.
Okay.
And that last stage, Tyler Reddick dominated. And anytime a car came close to him, he just pulled away. So this guy is a well-rounded racer. If he can win and put himself in position on super speedways, restrictor plate racing, and road courses, I'm not even sure the sky is the limit. And then you got Michael Jordan being the good luck charm. He's been to every race, and he said he's going to be in Phoenix in the desert next week. He's like, we got to keep this thing going. The game has changed. It's changed. Now, Michael Jordan is taking over. I love it. I love it. I love it that it's no longer a good old boy sport. I'm not going to make fun of it when it was a good old boy sport because I was watching. I was one of those rare people living and from New Jersey watching NASCAR, which basically was the South for the most part. Now it's a little more, all over the country, but oh my gosh, I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I'm watching almost the entire race on commercial. I'll go to basketball and come right back to NASCAR. I haven't done this in years.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Now, we say we have a new audience and we have some new members to our show that really don't understand how NASCAR is and how it's run and how you was just breaking down the circuits and everything. Can you please let our viewers know exactly, how it is and the major races and how it's total, the points and all that good stuff? Just a quick synopsis for people that don't follow the sport so they can at least come in and see the joy and see the enthusiasm you have for the sport. We could get the backstory because a lot of us, I can follow the scoring and why certain cars move the way they move and positioning, then it makes me want to look at the sport even more because now I understand what they're racing for.
Oh, so there's different surfaces, there's
Okay.
different shapes to the tracks. Even if it's like an oval, it's
Mhm.
not the same oval. Like Pocono looks way different than like Dover, for
Okay.
example. You have the half-mile tracks like Bristol and Richmond. You've got the 1 mile tracks like Dover, for example, and then you got the 2.5 mile tracks like Pocono, Talladega, Daytona. You have the tracks that you can go 3, 4 wide, and then you got the tracks you can only go 2 wide, and then when you go into a turn, it's one. So it's different strokes for different
So,
folks. It's not, like I said, it's not all just turning left, turning left. A lot of these races are fuel mileage, because what you have to do is you got to go fast, but you can't go as fast as you possibly can every single lap because you got to conserve tires, you got to conserve gas, things like that. Restrictor plate racing, you can't drive away from the car behind you. You got to make sure you're like almost connected where you can't even fit a sheet of paper in between, your rear end and their front end. You
mm,
know what I'm saying? So, and then as far as points and winning championships, so what they do is you get points for different things. You get the most points when you win a race.
okay.
You also get a good amount of points when you lead the most laps in a race. And you also get a decent amount of points when you win a stage. There's 3 stages. So let's say a race is 200 laps. Just throwing it out there. The first stage might be 50 laps. The
Okay.
second stage might be 70 laps. So now we're up to 120.
Okay.
And the last stage is the longest stage, and that's 80 laps. So you want to try and win a stage, and you get like an extra 5 points. But if you win that third stage, it's not called a stage, it's called victory lane. You won. So you
Okay.
get the most, so you're going to get more winning that third stage because you won the race than anybody did winning the first and second stage. But man, if you have one of those races where you lead the most laps, you win first stage, second stage, and win the race,
Mm,
wow, that's a lot of points. And for as good as that is, if you follow it up with a race the following week where you got into an accident and you can't finish, now you're in the red. A bad race, a real bad one, can knock you out of winning a championship. If you only complete like the first stage and then you get caught up in an accident and you don't finish out the race, that is worse than actually winning. It's
okay.
actually worse. Like if winning is a 9 points wise, the amount of points you don't accumulate because you got into an early crash is a 10.
Okay. So that made
It's
a lot
it
of
is it is that's why you'll see cars go out. All they got to do is maintain minimal speed, and they look like they were in a from a junkyard because they just want to finish. They
God.
want to finish. They just want those points where they finish. Because if you don't finish, oh, it may take you 5 good races to make up for that one terrible race.
Oh man, I
For
appreciate
real.
it. I
For
appreciate
real.
it. So if y'all got some great information, man, I suggested y'all start watching. I'm gonna start watching it because I'm one of them guys that have never really sat down and watched NASCAR for the reasons that you just stated. I just thought it was a bunch of cars going around in a circle, and I'm like, okay, boom.
we could simplify everything. My
Yeah.
father, I use this as an example. My father does not like football. How do you not like football? He said because either one or two things is going to happen on every play. It's either going to be a pass or a run. So these guys that are acting like they're splitting the atom because they know football so well, every play is a run or a pass. It's not really a big deal.
Okay.
Now we love it. We love it. That seems like an oversimplification to us. But if you want to be literal, I guess he's right. I guess,
Yeah.
unless it's a trick play or something, but pretty much, yeah, every play is either a run or a pass. So why is it, so difficult to stop it or to run it? Oh, it never, this offense is new, high tech, and innovative and stuff like that. It's still just a run or a pass. It's still just that. So you and I, we love it, but we can oversimplify it. Racing, yeah, you just want to go as fast as you can. It's like a marathon because it's 3 hours, 4 hours. If there's a rain delay, the track changes and stuff like that. The weather changes the track. I know a lot of the ins and outs, but if you're a novice or you're just not interested, you don't care. Oh, what's the difference between the Indy 500 and Daytona 500? Well, the Indy 500 is run with Indy cars. An Indy car kind of looks and sounds like an airplane with wheels. It's real fast. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Where NASCAR sounds like a good old American hot rod, and you can hear the horsepower when it goes by. That
Mm,
throaty sound, that that's why when they say, gentlemen, start your engines, it's a big deal because it sounds like a bunch of lions getting ready to roar.
okay.
Where Indy, it just sounds, it almost doesn't sound like they even use fuel. Like you hear these electric cars, like they have their own sound, and yeah, they're fast, but you don't feel the in your chest like you do in NASCAR. NASCAR, they take pride in it being, the great American race. Where you have in Indy or Formula One, it's people from all over the world that compete. Now, Indy is based in America, but you have a lot of foreigners who compete in Indy. Formula One, there's like maybe one race that's in America, and all the rest are in Europe or whatever. And you do have a couple of Americans, but that's primarily Europeans who
Okay.
race Formula One. So it's all different, and that's why Memorial Day weekend, that Sunday, is considered the greatest day in motorsports racing because in the morning you got the Grand Prix of Monaco, that's Formula One. Then you got the Daytona, no, excuse me, the Indy 500. Those are Indy cars. And then you got the longest race of the year for NASCAR, the Coca-Cola 600, 600 miles on the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So it's racing from morning till nighttime. You got to really be into it. I used to really be into it with my father. Not so much now, but I still like it. And Jordan has really brought it up for me. So Michael Jordan, you keep doing what you're doing. Some people got the magic touch, Larry. They got the magic touch.
Yeah.
Muy caliente. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
You know
man.
what I'm saying. So
Oh,
please, anybody who's got questions about motorsports, NASCAR, and what's the difference between this and that? If I can help you out, I'll help you out. No worries. Just trying to pass that knowledge along. All
man.
right,
Now speaking
go
of
ahead.
the association, his old sport, the sport that we know Michael Jordan from, right? It's the second half of the year right now, man. The MVP race is heating up. This right now, I'm setting the table for you. In my opinion, is four people right now that's standing out. Okay. Um, and I'm gonna ask you first before I give you my four who's really standing out. What's your criteria, Gil, for the MVP? What do you think the MVP should be based on? Should it be based on availability, signature wins,
Mm.
the fourth quarter pressure, if you're beating elite teams? What is your is it a system based or are you the system? Does the team have to be in the playoffs? What is your criteria for an MVP? In chat, please chat, zoom in, let me know if you agree with Gil and his criteria. And if you don't, we want to know exactly what your criteria is for the MVP.
To me, it's simple. To me, it's about winning. Who is the guy that's most valuable to a team that's winning? You can be the best player, okay? You got the best jump shot, you're the most athletic. If you're not if you're not like a top 4 team and you only get 8, right? Each side, not counting the play-ins and all that. I'm talking about like the top four. If you're not, having that great winning record in the top four, either the East or the West, I kind of don't count you. And then I know now the rule is you have to be in 65 games to qualify. If you miss 60 excuse me, if you don't play in at least 65 games, you're disqualified. I don't particularly like that rule because I think that um, if you look at the games that a particular player plays in, and you look at how the winning percentage of them winning with that player in it versus not playing, and the team winning percentage, if it's very drastic, I don't think the fact that you don't play 65 games or more should qualify or disqualify you from that. It's supposed to be most valuable player to your team. You don't necessarily have to be the best player in the league. It's the most valuable to your team. So, for example, Cunningham for
Okay.
Detroit,
Yeah.
he is not the best player in the league. He's not the second best. He's not the third best. But Detroit has the number one record in the East. So to me, he's got to be like one or two in the MVP voting.
Now, if you remove him from this team,
hmm
do they still, in your opinion, do they still be number one? If you remove
No
Cam,
way.
are they
No
number one?
way. No way.
Without
I'm not
Jacob,
sure that they're top four without him. So that's what I'm saying.
yeah, I totally agree with you. And that right there sets that a mark. Whereas you look at OKC, okay, and right now, according to NBA.com, the four people that are currently in the MVP race right now is Shy, and we know he just came off injury.
hmm
So he's coming back, but he's back dropping 30.
hmm
For the number one team in the West.
hmm
And we could debate, is the West stronger than the East? I think this year the West is stronger than the East. It's a lot of contenders. Or is it more balanced? You think it's balanced this year between the East and the West? Or do you think the West, like, when Kobe and San Antonio and the Lakers, when Shaq was there, the West really was dominant. They were like clearly better than the East. Okay. What do you think now? Do you think that the East and the West are evenly matched, or does the West have the advantage having more and more competitive teams over in the West than the East?
I think the West has generally been better the last 30 years. Since the early 90s. I think the West has been better.
Yeah.
People forget because the Bulls won so many championships in the 90s. But if you look at that, if you look at like the second, third, fourth best teams, it's usually always the West. I mean, you're looking at these four guys right here, three out of the four from the West. Now, I personally would take the Joker out and put in Brown from the Celtics.
Ooh,
I
that's a
I
good
would
one.
I would I would put
Ooh,
him in
that's a good one. I didn't think he's
because
going to
because
go
the
there.
Joker, for as
Yeah,
great offensively as he is, and
yeah.
he is great. I mean, he doesn't block any shots at all. He does not have an intimidation factor going down to the lane and stuff like that. And if you look at Denver, they've almost been playing 500, the last 30 games. They're barely over 500
Yeah,
the last the
yeah,
last 30
that's right.
games.
They just lost to Golden State a couple
Yeah.
nights without Steph Curry.
Steph Curry hasn't played in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's no way that Denver should lose to Golden State without Stephen Curry and Draymond. I don't think Draymond even played that game. So now you have two of the core players is out, and you lost to the Golden State. And I know anybody could lose in NBA. I get it. But you don't lose to teams like Golden State without their star players, and you're supposed to be a contender for an NBA championship, and you got the MVP on your roster. So I truly believe that. I agree with you on that one. That's a good point. I think Jaylen Brown has overextended and played and proved that he's not no backup to Jason Tatum. He is 1A, and you can say 1A, 1A. You could swap. Obviously Jason Tatum, you can't duplicate that production, and he is also known as the leader of that team, face of the franchise, blase blase. But Brown has definitely took on that role and saying, "Look, I'm going to lead us to the postseason and possibly back to a championship." Um, it's not like the East. Think about it. In the East, who do you really got that you could say is like dangerous that I don't want to play? Okay. You got Detroit, which I think is a solid team, but it could be questions. It could be questionable. I'm not saying they're a dominant team. I think they play real good defense. They definitely have a star player, but it's only one player that's a star. It's a bunch of people that kind of complement his game.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know how deep that could go in the playoffs. My Knicks, with my Knicks, I think Brunson, as we know, he's a gamer. He's a gamer.
Mhm.
It's the other guys. You know, if Mikal Bridges plays like he was maybe in Brooklyn and Phoenix, then that's cool because you got a two-way player, right?
Mhm.
Cat is soft. He is soft. He is pudding. He is sweet cakes. He is honey bun. He is everything that a big man I hate and a big man that has the potential to dominate. And he will not dominate. He will not
The
go in the paint. He will
the
not
the the
his body
the
up.
problem with Carl Anthony Towns is he has a very low basketball IQ
Yes, he does.
for himself.
Yeah.
He should have the awareness to know this is
Yeah.
when I gotta post up. This is
Yes.
when I gotta be a passer. This
Yes.
is this is what he just kind of he's in the moment. He doesn't really realize what he needs to do when he's got a matchup that's going his way. When someone's got the hot hand, how to feed somebody. He should demand a double team every
Yes, he
time he
should.
gets down in the post and
And
then
it's
open it up for everybody. Open it up for everybody. But instead, he's shooting threes and he tries to take people off the
yes,
dribble and
yes,
stuff
yes,
like what
yes,
what are you doing? What
yes,
are you doing? You're 6'11". You're
yes,
usually more often the biggest guy
yes.
on the court. That low
You
center
know,
of gravity. He's got the big rear end and the big legs.
yes,
So he should be able to post and box out. Why are you trying to take guys off the dribble? Why are
yes,
you shooting 6 3-pointers a game? What are
yes,
you doing? And making
yes.
one?
And
What are you, what
another
are
thing
you,
is that,
what
like,
is that?
if you're going to be the high post guy, right? It makes sense. Okay, if I'm high post guy, come in, set the post at the mostly free throw line. I don't see you trying to set it maybe at the 3-point, but that's I would say at least the you set that high post at the high post pick at the free throw line. Boom. That is all day long. We're gonna pick and roll all day long. I'm gonna pick and roll my big guy. Like you're saying, it's disrespectful if you're a 6'11" guy playing as a big guy, right? There's no way you're going to play me one-on-one. There's no way you're just going to play Kevin Garnett in his prime one-on-one. You're not going
Mhm,
to, especially with a guard. You're not going to
mhm,
pit no little guard or Kevin Garnett or Tim Duncan,
mhm,
Mr. Fundamental. Mr.
mhm,
Fundamental, you hear me? High
mhm.
basketball IQ. High basketball IQ. He is not letting you off at all. He's pitting you on that hipper and he's going to go to work. Shaq, obviously you're not Shaq, okay? That's just a whole different level. Okay,
Right.
because he took a very disrespectful. He says barbecue chicken for you to think you're gonna pick us, let alone a center by himself. But a guard, please. And I'm gonna bail you out trying to do a 3-pointer or dribble from the 3-point line to the basket. Man, you're bugging. You're bugging. Why would I? Right? Like you're saying, we're not putting no pressure in the side because teams that are playing for you, they know that cat is not no threat in the paint. I don't have to do a pregame scout on you because I already know he's going to go to the three. He's going to shoot the three. Let him have the
Mhm.
three. It's a high percentage shot. Let him shoot it. Okay. We ain't got to worry about the rebounds. We ain't got to worry about him setting picks on the baseline. We ain't got.
That's another thing. That's another thing. You're missing 3-point shots and you're the guy that's not underneath the basket
Yes.
to try and get a
Yes.
rebound.
Yes. And I know we got Robinson there. So not to make it a long story, not to make it a long-winded thing, but the Knicks is a big question mark. We
Mhm.
have the potential, especially with Indiana being hobbled and the team that they was. We should have been down, even though we're third, I'm currently third in the East right now, right?
Mhm.
Um, I just don't know how far we could go. I know it's rough playing in the Garden, so home court is definitely in our advantage to the Garden. Okay, but Boston is just well coached. Um, Jaylen Brown's balling out his mind. Okay, I'm trying to think who else in the East could possibly contend with them.
Cleveland, maybe.
Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. I'm paused because we know Cleveland's a very good regular season team. Postseason, James Harden does not become the same player. So he has to show me in the postseason that he's not going to just set back, and he got to be aggressive and still be, semi-aggressive, but still get the people involved. So he has to have that balance of knowing when I have to be James Harden, because you got a killer over there named Donovan Mitchell. He's a killer. Oh, he's a killer. He's going to
Mhm.
put up shots. He's not backing down. So I don't want James Harden to defer so much when Donovan Mitchell gets to kill mode. Because when guy going kill mode, he just might want to facilitate.
Mm.
No, I need you to go ahead and facilitate, but I need you at least drop me 20, 25 a game postseason. With them bigs they got in that system, they could possibly go far. They could possibly go far, man. I wouldn't be
There's
surprised.
there there's an opportunity for the Knicks this year because they don't have to worry about Indiana,
No,
who's eliminated them the last 2 years, and they don't have to worry about the Heat, and they
no,
don't have to worry about Milwaukee.
no, no. I don't think Milwaukee's gonna make the postseason. And and
I don't either.
and Philly is Maxi is
Philly takes 2 steps forward, 3 steps
yeah,
back.
yeah. So I get tired of playing that one. So right now, man, I think it's gonna come down to from the West, OKC, San Antonio. I like San Antonio a lot. I like San Antonio a lot.
I
Uh,
like San Antonio, but
what's the big but?
if OKC is healthy, OKC wins.
If they're healthy.
If they're
Well,
healthy.
San Antonio beat them twice healthy. Only team
Yeah.
that has really had their number this year has been San
Mhm.
Antonio. Wemby is a problem. The guards at the system is a problem. San Antonio, shout out to the whole team, Johnson, the whole team, man, because right now they're second in the West.
But you also have to keep this in mind. The last 2 years, San Antonio wasn't good. Now they're going to make the playoffs for the first time,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
Wemby has never played a series against somebody.
that's
Never.
true. That's
He's
true.
never played it. So where he's playing 30, 35 minutes during the regular season, now he's going to have to play 35, 40 minutes. He's going to have to play more minutes. He's going to have to, they're going to play more games closer to each other. Not so much the first round, but after the first round, then it's going to be, game, day off, game, day off. They're going to play almost every other day. So he's going to play more minutes, less days off. And listen, there's a lot of teams in this league that are meh, and you can win games against those meh teams. All these teams that are going to make the playoffs, they're going to be pretty good, especially on the West. So he's going to be, in a series for the first time against good teams for the first time, playing more minutes more often for the first time. And if he's not at his peak, this is MVP now. If he doesn't take his game to here, if he stays here, or God forbid goes down a notch because of all the reasons I just said, then San Antonio could be one and done or two and done real quick just because they don't have the experience. You got to have, there's different levels. And like I said on a previous show, I just think it's a little early for San Antonio. Can they
Okay.
match up theoretically against OKC? Yeah, they can. But they didn't play those games, on a Monday, then a Wednesday, then a Friday. You know what I'm saying? And where all the teams were the rosters full, where they
Okay.
were the main guys, did they shorten up the bench where it's 8 guys and they're playing, 30, 35, 40 minutes. That wasn't happening. That hasn't happened to Wemby all year. All year. Now he's going to have to do it because they're probably going to be the number 2 seed, and he's going to have to play a lot of minutes.
All right. So chat, do you think that Gil's right? That do you see San Antonio having an early exit, or do you see him going forward? Do you see him challenging OKC for that NFC West championship game? And then who do you got? If it's not San Antonio, who do you got in that slot to knock off the defending champs with the leading MVP, who I still believe right now, if it was the end right now, man, the way the game is going, who will be my top MVP? If OKC finished right now, it was the MVP race, I would have to probably give it to personally Jaylen Brown, even though he's not in the 4. But out the 4 that I put on the screen, I would probably give it to Cade. But out of popular opinion, I think that SGA would probably double back and win again.
Right now, he's the favorite to win
Yeah.
it back to back.
He's
the favorite. But I'm in agreement with you. I would give it to Brown or Cade, one or the other, because that's what an MVP is. I admit SGA is a better player than both of those guys,
Yeah.
but he won it last year, and he's the best player on that team, but that team's got a lot of good players. When they're healthy, they got a lot of good players. They play some really good defense.
Yeah.
If Brown's not playing, where's Boston at? If Cade Cunningham's not playing, where's the Pistons at? They're not top 4.
No.
They're probably not top 5, top 6.
No, Knicks will be number 1. So my question before we move on to the next portion of our show is for the poll for the chat. Should it be best player, best season, best team for the MVP? And who do you got? Comment, let us know, please. Now,
and what do you think about, if you don't play 65 games?
Yeah, please.
You're disqualified. What do you think about that? I'm not saying, just saying. All right. So hockey started back up.
Yes.
And there's been some controversy over the men's team winning the gold and wanting to see the president, where the women's team doesn't want to see the president. And, there's been a little chatter about that. First of all, the men's team is getting made fun of over the fact that they're not included. It's not the women and the men together. It's the, if the women don't want to go, they don't have to go. And if they do want to go, they go on their time. The guys go on their time. For me, I just think it's people who hate the president, and you know who those people are. So if you're not saying, I'm not going, I'm not going to visit, I choose not to go. If you're not doing that, like the women said, then you're just going to get criticized. And the critics, there are just as many people who follow and support Donald Trump's administration as there are those who don't follow it. But it's the don'ts that are the loud ones. They're the loud ones. The supporters, just like the supporters of the U.S. team, they're not trying to strike a verbal fight. So they're kind of quiet. So you're hearing the complainers, is what I would say. So let me ask you, do you think because the women said no, and they said no first before the men said yes, should the men be in line with the women, or should they say that's your choice, what you choose to, celebrate with, and who I got to celebrate with? Right. It's not about the actual president as it is the seat of the president. You're respecting the seat. I would go visit any president at the White House at any point from our past, because that's kind of what you do. You get invited, and that's what I want to do. So I'm putting it out there for the people. Please comment. What do you think the U.S. men should have done? Should they have stuck with the women and been unified that way, or let them do their own thing? They've earned the right to do their own thing. Please leave a comment and there's no wrong answer, obviously.
Mhm.
So be as in depth as you would
Please,
like to be.
please.
Anything you want to mention about the NHL because it just started up,
Yes,
home
sir.
stretch here.
Oh man, we're at the home stretch right now. Now it's getting real. Now it's really getting real. As you know, man, the Art Ross Trophy race, which is that this is the player who has led the team in points, the regular season points. Okay,
Mhm.
so right now we got the Connor McDavid. He's up for the run-ins. Nathan McKinnon was having an outstanding year with Avalanche for Colorado. Avalanche, obviously, their
Mhm.
number one team. They're breaking records. They're playing a very aggressive form of hockey. If you don't know the Avalanche, why they're so good is because they're very aggressive. They don't mind going to the penalty box. It's going to be a messy, dirty, nasty. When you come play the Avalanche, they come play. You know that it's going to be very painful.
Old school,
Old
like
school,
the yep,
not here. I don't like
like
you.
the Broad
Yeah.
Street Bullies of
Yes.
the
Yes.
70s.
Yes. Yes. And they have the players, the speed. And that's why, because when you play them, and that's why they're blowing people out, because they're going to put you in a position where they put so much pressure on you that once again, when you have a good team, you can play aggressive hockey. Okay, you can forego to the penalty box because your defense is that good. They're scoring with men in the box. Okay, um, and Kucherov from the Lightning, man. These are top guys right now. So that's I'm looking forward to see who's going to pull that out. I wonder if can Celebrini from San Jose Sharks can he lead his team
Mhm.
right now? They came out, they won the last three. So it's a tight race to get them into the playoffs. I like where San Jose Sharks is going right now. Ovechkin for his thousands, looking for his thousands. Points and the goals. I think he'll get that. Washington will be in the playoffs again. So these are the storylines that I'm watching. And can the Panthers can they do the trifecta, man? Can they do the trifecta? It's going to be hard. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be very difficult for them to see third because I don't see on a good day in a good series the Avalanche losing, and this hockey can happen, right? But
Mhm.
my favorites right now, I definitely got Colorado. Colorado's up there. I'm liking what Tampa Bay is doing. They got a strong team. And Carolina, the Hurricanes. They play a very good defensive type of hockey. So I think they could go far in the postseason. Um, that's my storylines for when it comes to hockey. I'm trying to see who's going to bust some moves to try to push their team to next level. Um, so what are you thinking?
I mean, I'm not thinking a whole lot other than I don't think the Carolina Panthers are going to win a third one in a row because
Or the Panthers?
really ever wins a third one in a row. I think who was it? Was it the New York Islanders? Maybe I don't even know. Or
It's
the
very hard.
or the no or the was it the Oilers?
With
Was it
Gretzky,
the Was it the Edmonton Oilers when they
Gretzky,
had Gretzky and all those guys? I mean, I kind of think it might have been them, but that's a long time ago. I mean, Detroit didn't win three in a row in the 90s. Devils didn't win three in a row. I mean, they won three, but they didn't win three in a row. The Blackhawks didn't win three in a row. Um, I don't see it happening. Tampa Bay didn't win three in a row.
no,
They won two, but they didn't win three. Pittsburgh didn't win three in a row. So
it's very
uh,
hard. And you know
it's
what?
very hard, and they're not really a team that I find I can root for. I usually like to see like history, like for example, this weekend with Tyler Reddick.
Mhm.
No one ever won the first three races in a row. I was rooting hard for him, hard, and he won. I'm not gonna root hard for the Panthers. I don't even think I'm gonna root hard for the Oilers if they make it because I'm kind of noticing that on the big game, the gotta have it game, Connor McDavid
Uh,
is coming up a little on the short side, a
uh,
little bit, little bit. Am I wrong?
Now you're not wrong, man. Look, man, right now he's facing the Jordan when he was playing in Detroit, before he had to get over that hump. That's what he's facing right now. I think the greatest ones go through adversity. I think he's going to be one of the greatest ones to do it if he can stay healthy and trajectory he's going. But it happens. It's just certain things that certain moments kind of find you, and that's going to be his legacy till he get over it. It's like
He's got to win at least one cup.
It's a fact.
If he wants to be talked about as one of the best, then you got to be a winner, and you got to win at least one cup. Ovechkin won one cup. He's considered one of the best.
He did it, and in Pittsburgh was a problem. He couldn't get over the kid in him. He did it, and we was rooting for him, and now he's considered one of the greatest to do it. Mm-hmm. He's in that category.
Right.
And before we move on to the next one, is another one I want to mention. Man, shout out to the the Buffalo Sabres. Shout out to the Buffalo Sabres, man. You talking about some hot hockey? Because normally, man, the Buffalo they'll start off kind of hot, and then they'll just taper off. They've been consistently good.
About time. It's only been 25 years.
Time, man. I'm not here to pee on their fire, man. I'm telling you that I'm acknowledge their what they're doing. And I like the direction. I like to see teams that don't make the postseason and don't get over the hump. I like the way they're playing. They play fast. They put up a lot of goals, so they play a very good brand of hockey. I like how they play. My Detroit Red Wings is back in the building, man. Detroit Red Wings is back in the building, man. Been a long time coming. Been a long time coming. I ain't gonna go there. Yes, sir. So I'm looking forward to these games.
You could have.
I'm looking forward to these games. Yeah. So I can't wait to the postseason get in. Woo!
Hey, man, hockey, round one, game one. It is on. It is on.
You don't understand it, man.
Hockey playoffs are something else.
It is. It's not like the NBA. I'm telling you, it's not like the NBA. It's not like the NFL. In NHL hockey, it don't exist. The one could beat the 8. I'm telling you,
yes.
It could beat the 1.
It happens.
It happens. It's however that puck is flying. I'm telling you, man. So that's why it's so great when the playoffs get it, because it's not like, oh, they had the best record in the NHL. Yeah, but it's 0-0, and it really is 0-0. It really is. Basketball, you played it, you make the AFC, and it's not happening, bro. It's very rare that the 8th is going to beat the 1. Very rare. Very rare. You know what I mean? And
look at the 2011, 2012 LA Kings.
Yeah.
They were the 8th seed in the West. They swept in the first round. They swept in the second round. They swept in the third round, and they were up 3-0 against the Devils in the Stanley Cup final. And then they lost 2 games, so they wind up winning in 6, but they were up 3-0. So they won 8, 12, 34. They won 15 games in a row as the 8th seed before they lost back-to-back games and then won the Stanley Cup in Game 6. Man. It can happen. It can happen. You get hot and your goaltender just decides to say, I'm not letting anything past me. It happens. It happened for the 1980 Olympic team.
It definitely did.
That dude just said against the Russians, nothing's getting by me. Nothing is getting by me. We take the lead. We're winning it.
And for those people that watch hockey, I'm telling you, if you start watching hockey, it's addictive. I was one of those guys that did not watch hockey. And the only reason I started watching hockey is because, hey, man, I had my money on hockey, and I wanted to see where my money was going. And then when I started seeing where my money was going, I said, man, you know what? This hockey ain't too bad, man. And then I was like, man, I'm really starting to like hockey, man. And then I was like, man, basketball, man, it's cool, but, man, hockey is for real, man.
Hockey's great, man.
For real, man. So when I started getting into hockey, I was like, man, this is crazy, man. I'm late to the party.
Hey, better late than never.
Better than never, brother. But now on to what we do. What we do. I know you want to tap on it real quick because we got a couple of things to talk before we in our show, and I want her to get to it, right? Let's make it quick with the NFL, man. You've been watching combine. What's been jumping off to you, man? What's been jumping off to you when you've been watching this combine? And let the people know what they should be looking for and who you think is moving up in that board.
Well, what's funny is this was supposed to be a less than stellar draft, but so many records got broken at the combine, speed and jumps and stuff like that. In every category other than quarterback, this was the fastest group in every single category other than quarterback. Not quarterback, but running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, defensive edge, defensive tackle, safeties, cornerbacks. Each group was the fastest ever in history of the combine except quarterback.
I'm watching it, man. They doing 4.3s. Are you serious?
4.3s.
And they was getting it. I'm watching it, and I'm like, yo, these balls is fast, man.
Yeah.
What have I not been watching?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. From Oregon, tight end Kenyon Sadiq ran a 4.3940.
As a tight end?
Tight end. You know who else ran a 4.3? You know who else ran a 4.3940? Jahmyr Gibbs.
Stop playing.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Why? Sonic.
Whoa. Jahmyr Gibbs ran a 4.39.
And you talking about a tight end running that?
A tight end that is 6'4", 240.
Chew. Man, do they take PEDs, man, before they go to these combines, man? Do they make these boys pee in them cups, man, before they do this the combine, man?
They go there for a medical. A medical is part of it.
Oh my goodness, man. What we breeding, man? What we breeding, man? America,
bigger, stronger, faster.
What we breeding,
bigger,
man.
Stronger, faster.
And you know what? These boys is definitely doing the training that they train year round. It's not just football; they train year round. So I think some of these programs, these boys, these elite programs, these boys be going to, where they have these personal trainers that's really understanding to get them to that next level, and you're seeing the proof, man. This is insane. This is crazy. Crazy.
I got bad news for you though. A couple of these guys were too good.
Too good?
Too good. There were projections, or early mocks and stuff like that. Before the combine, just out of circumstances, it looked like Sonny Styles was probably not going to go in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has to go in the top 10. At 6'5", off the ball linebacker, he ran a 4.4640, and he had a 4.35 vertical. Those numbers are almost dead even as Megatron.
As Megatron?
As Megatron. Almost dead even.
And he's a defensive lineman?
No, he's an off-the-ball linebacker.
What?
Yes.
Linebacker?
He's the one that's going to be wearing the green dot on his helmet. It's going to be him. Yes. He's got the physical traits of a Calvin Johnson.
That's insane.
Megatron. But he'll be playing off-the-ball linebacker.
Ooh, so he's coming for you.
I thought he might go to Dallas.
Nah.
He might not get out of the top 5.
Nah.
He might not. And so this draft is weird. Because outside of quarterback at number 1, you get a push for like offensive tackles and things like that, like needs. They go top 5. The best players, okay, you got a quarterback, you got a running back. You're not supposed to take a running back at 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got an off-the-ball linebacker. You're not supposed to take like a middle linebacker in the top 5. You're not supposed to do it. Caleb Downs, safety. You're not supposed to take a safety in the top 5.
No.
So what do? Do you take highest prospect, or do you pass them to draft for need? Everybody says, no, you take best available, but that's not what they do. That's not what they do. We've seen time and time again. Other players will get pushed down because teams want need or quarterback, right?
Right.
Look at 2 years ago, Brock Bowers, best tight end. He went 13
He
because
did.
everybody else went cuckoo for quarterbacks,
Yep. He
and
did.
two
Yep.
two offensive tackles got taken before him. What are they going to do this year? What are they going to do this year? I think they got to take the best available. I think they do. I think Love can go as high as third to Arizona.
I do too.
I
And
think you
speaking
could.
of Arizona, they're moving beyond. It's official. They're moving beyond Kyler. They're going to move on from him. So I'm curious to see where his landing spot's going to be. David Montgomery, he got traded. As you know, he got traded to Texans. So they needed a running back. I thought that. I mean, it's a smart move for Detroit. I mean, Gibbs is their guy. I mean, he's the premier back. He could take the workload. So it's I understand the transition.
And also financially, you can find a good running back, third, fourth, fifth round for sure.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the number 2. Gibbs will be the number 1, and you don't have to keep paying. What's his name? Who just went to the Texans?
Montgomery, David Montgomery.
David Montgomery. Yeah, you don't have to keep paying him, so you get to free up some money by doing that.
The Jets and franchise Brees Hall. No surprise.
Yes, they did.
My boys, with franchise Pickens. I don't know how you feel about that one. I'm pretty sure
he's gonna make $27.3 million this year.
Yeah, okay, right.
For 1 year.
So I think he's okay. Okay.
He should be. I mean, I don't have security if I get hurt. No, but you got $27.3 million. Brees Hall is getting $14.2 million.
14.2 franchise. Kyle Pitts got franchise from Atlanta. So these are some of the big names that jumped out.
And Daniel Jones got the transition.
Yeah, he got the transition
tag.
Yep. So let them know what that means, man, with the transition tag when you get the transition tag.
Well, it's just different as far as if you get a transition tag, so you're at a number and another team can swoop in and pay you more and take you.
Basically. Okay, so you're not locked in with the franchise, you're locked in.
The franchise tag, you're locked in unless you're willing to. So let's say, okay, Dallas franchise tag Pickens. Let's say the Giants want him. The Giants can give up 2 first-round picks to get him. Where that can't happen in transition tag, you don't give up picks. It's just about money. Okay. And so if so Daniel Jones got the transition tag. Let's say the Jets want him and they're willing to pay more, then Indiana would have to match Daniel Jones. So the transition tag, let's say it's 30 million for 1 year and the Jets offer 31 million, then Indiana has the capability to go to 32 million.
Okay.
They can do that. The Jets are pushing Indiana to spend a little more.
Got you.
If they want to do that, or Indiana could say, no, we're out. It's 30 million. You want them, you got them for 31 million.
Got you. Makes sense.
Okay. Where a franchise tag, you got to give up 2 first-round picks.
That makes a whole lot of sense. I'm glad you broke that down, man, because I was always curious about that. Like, how does the franchise work? And when people
one is about money, one is about picks. Just think of it like that. Both are expensive. Both are expensive. So yeah. I'm one of those geeks that actually likes watching the combine. It's not very exciting. Everybody's in a whisper. A lot of those guys, big name guys, don't work out because they don't want to hurt their draft stock. So especially the quarterbacks. Mendoza was there, but he didn't throw. He didn't participate in anything. So if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Let's move on to professional wrestling. WWE had the Elimination Chamber, which is the last big event before WrestleMania. And The power couple now is CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Wow.
CM Punk won his match against Finn Balor to retain the heavyweight championship, and AJ Lee won her match to for the Intercontinental Championship. So they are the power couple. The other big winners was Randy Orton in the actual Elimination Chamber. So he'll take on, I believe, Drew McIntyre
Man.
if he's the champ come WrestleMania. And the one I'm most excited for, Rhea Ripley won the women's. She will challenge Jade Cargill
Oof.
at WrestleMania.
Oof.
That's gonna be a banger.
That's gonna
What
be a
do,
bang.
what do you think of those winners? And
Wow.
what do you think?
I think that Jay will probably retain her belt because that's the one they're pushing. I think it's gonna be a great match because Rhea Ripley is a great in ring performer. Jay's coming along. She's not as good as Rhea. You know what I mean? She's definitely not as good as Rhea. Rhea really
She's
is.
not as good, but she is a specimen that either has to have a title or be number
Yes.
one contender.
Yeah.
Because you gotta
You got to.
aesthetically
Yes.
seeing her, you want to see her.
Yeah, you do. You
And
do.
without Bianca Belair for a year,
Yeah.
you kind of needed Jade.
Yeah, you do. So I see her winning. I think McIntyre is they gonna give him? Is they gonna give him one for? Are they gonna give him one? Because he's just. It's like kind of sudden. The way I look at it is like how they were doing CM Punk. You know, they kept losing, but then eventually you got to put him over. You ain't bring him back just to have him keep losing.
Not to put him over, right?
Not to put him over.
We said that. We said that.
Yeah, you was going to eventually put him over. Okay, so he had to get his bones, prove the loyalty, prove the fact that I love the sport. I'm willing to do what I got to do. I'm not going to be how I was when I was a younger me, and I wasn't dealing with the politics of it. You know, I want to wrestle. It's cool. I've grown up. It's cool. You know what I mean? Now, I think McIntyre, because he's always in these big kind of matches, and he's always a guy losing. So is he going to just keep losing, or is they going to put him over? What's going on, Gil? Talk to me. What do you think?
Well, I mean, he's the champ right now, but Randy Orton is at number 15. So if he gets one more, he ties Ric Flair.
Oh, it's over. He's winning. I'm sorry.
He gets two more, he ties John Cena.
It's over. It's over. And the way he then gave to as coming as a young man, his father, as you know,
Cowboy Bob Orton.
And he done built his legacy, man. He done fought the best. You know, he is top dog for a senior in that locker room outside of Seth, actually Roman, but I think he has a longer tenure than all of them. So history, bro. You gonna try to tell me they're not gonna let Randy Orton, who has sacrificed to this business, not make history? He's highly respected in the locker room. He's a highly respected locker room guy. That goes over for real. I think the locker room wants to see him be able to be hoisted and say he did bigger than Cena. You know what I mean? So it's a formality. I think he's going to take the belt. It's a formality.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going with. I'm going. What do you think? What do you think, Gil? What you thinking?
I mean, I'll be rooting for him. I thought he would have already won in this past year, and he didn't. So, but the fact they made him win the Elimination Chamber makes me think, yeah, he might. He might. McIntyre is one of the upper echelon superstars, but he's not Cena. He's not Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? So he's not Roman Reigns, which, by the way, Roman Reigns and CM Punk, that's going to be incredible because those two guys on the mic are really giving it to each other. Really giving it to each other. 1 week, one guy gets the better hand of it. This past week, man, CM Punk put it on Roman Reigns with the mic. So we'll see how it goes, man.
I got a question to chat before we extend this, before we get up out of here with this last little bit. Who's the best big match performer in WWE right now, in your opinion? No politics, just bell to bell. Who do y'all think is the best in-ring performer in WWE right now?
Okay, so it's not Brock Lesnar. Let me start eliminating guys. It's not guys that have short matches and only have 2 moves.
Yeah,
Um, man, he just lost, but I love Finn Balor.
I
I
do.
love Finn Balor.
I do too.
Finn Balor
Dollar nine.
and Penta.
Yeah,
I love those guys.
yeah. So you
So
think they're the best
I'll take Finn Balor and Penta right now.
right now? Yeah, yeah. He has a lot in his bag. You want to put stuff up there?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and Penta just won. He just won the Intercontinental Championship.
Finally, finally. Well,
Just
that they
won
ain't
it.
bring him in. They ain't bring him down to for. Come on, he's seen.
He's good, man.
He is. He's electrifying. He's
He's
electrifying.
good.
And
Cero dinero. Ooh, good stuff.
let us know, man. And last but not least, bro, we got to talk about what we are showing next week. We just giving y'all a preview. Um, the Oscars, the Oscars,
Hmm.
the Oscars, the Oscars. Gil, quite honestly, brother, and I'm gonna name off some of these contenders. Uh, since it's not been like a big rush to the movie theater anymore. No, since
Hmm.
post COVID, they're trying because I think now in the movie theaters, what they're doing, they're just trying to make it more of a bigger experience. If you go to the movie theaters, that's why they got the big, the seats where you're in the movie. You can feel the rumbles and all that good stuff. Because prior to that, man, nobody's rushing to the movies no more to go see it, especially when it's going to be on Netflix and all these streaming services like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so honestly, I have not been in tune with none of these nominations. Okay, I ain't seen the movie. Don't think I'm going to see the movie. They ain't heard the movie, but I'm gonna run this off. Tell me if you heard the movie. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
nominees for actor in the leading role. These are the nominations, y'all.
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet, right?
Chalamet. Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Thank you. Marty Supreme. You seen that?
I've heard of it. I know who he is. Did not see the movie.
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, my man. One battle after another.
I still haven't watched it on HBO Max.
It's on HBO
So
Max.
it's on HBO Max.
What's it about?
I still haven't watched it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Ethan Hawke. Blue Moon.
I know of it. I know him. Didn't see the movie. Don't want to watch the movie.
Wow, that's
The
three.
only thing is he with the special effects, they have him as a short man. That's the
Okay.
only thing that's interesting to me. He's
Oh
very
for
short.
3. Oh for 3.
Hmm.
I think you've seen this one though. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners.
I did see it. I did like it.
I did
He
too.
just won it used to be called the Screen Actors Guild Award, but now it's just called the Actors. He just won that on Sunday.
Okay.
So that's it's Golden Globes, SAG Awards, those are the BAFTAs, those are the big awards right before the Academy Awards, which the trophy is the Oscar. We call it the Oscars, but it's really the Academy Awards. The trophy is an Oscar. And he's been winning, so he's hot right now.
Man, he might go. He
I
might
I
sneak.
I really liked Sinners. Some people were up and down about it. To me, it felt like 2 movies in
It
one.
was. It was.
I very much like, and he plays 2 roles at the
Yeah.
same
It was
time.
good. It was a good movie. I ain't gonna hold you. It was really good. Like
I
really.
the director, the writer and director was the guy who did Black Panther.
Yeah. Yep.
Same
And
guy.
Fruitvale Station, the Fruitvale, he did that one too. Ron is it Cougar? Ronnie Cougar or Ron Cougar, something like that.
Who? Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And then the last one is Ragnar Mora, the secret agent.
Never heard of it. Never heard of the person.
Okay.
Nothing, nothing, nothing. Out of all those movies, I'll probably see the Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that one too.
I haven't seen it, but I'll probably will see it.
Uh, is actor in a supporting role? Is that a major one?
Yeah, so you have actor in a lead role, supporting role. And
Okay.
then the women, same thing,
Okay.
lead role, supporting role.
All right. So real quick, Benicio del Toro. I know him. One
Yep.
battle after another.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jacob Elordi, and that's Frankenstein. I actually liked Frankenstein. That was good.
Oh, is it the one on
Yeah,
Netflix?
the one on
Okay.
Netflix. That was
Mm-hmm.
really good, y'all. Y'all gotta watch that. It's really good. Delroy Lindo, that's my man. He played in Malcolm X and a bunch of other movies. For Sinners, yeah, that's an older dude. You know what I mean? Got the Caribbean accent.
I like Sinners,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it was. He did a good job too. He did a real good job in that one. Sean Penn, one battle after another. I gotta see this movie, man. This is up for a couple. I gotta go see this movie now, man, because it's a couple people, man.
I am not a Sean Penn fan personally, but
Yeah.
actor-wise, acting,
Oh, he's good.
he's like, okay, you had the generation for De Niro and Pacino. The very next generation after that, it's Sean Penn.
Yep.
The generation after that is Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kevin Bacon in the Sean Penn um group. Is he in that group? Does he fall in there? Or does he fall into
I, well, Sean Penn is regarded in higher regards than Johnny
Kevin
Depp,
Bacon?
but I have him at about the same. Johnny Depp's been nominated a couple times. He's never won an Academy Award. Sean Penn's won a couple, and he may win again.
Yeah, he might
He
want to.
is phenomenal. I mean, I just watched Colors
Oh yeah, oh
because of Robert Duvall dying. So I've been watching a few Robert Duvall movies.
yeah, he was
And
good.
I just watched Colors and I just watched Bad Boys, which is a great movie with Sean Penn. Great movie with Sean. It's not the Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, nothing like that. No, no. And you can watch it on
And then
Prime Video.
you got Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. Ever heard of it?
I know of him. I don't know the movie.
Okay,
I know all those stars guards. They're
okay.
all related.
And for the leading actress in the leading role, you
Mhm.
got Jessie Buckley and Hamnet.
I know of her. She was in one season of Fargo, and I've
Okay.
seen her in a couple other movies. She's like an Irish actress. She's also the one that's going to play the Bride of Frankenstein in that new
Oh, that's gonna be
Frankenstein
good.
movie.
I'm gonna like that one. It looks
That's
like it's gonna be good.
she's the bride in
Um,
that. That's not a movie for me, but I heard she was fantastic. I
uh,
heard she was great in that movie.
you got Rose Byrne. Um, if I had legs, I'd kick you.
That movie's on HBO Max. I have not seen it. It looks good for women.
Okay.
It looks good because she just seems like a wife, a mother who works full time, who's just burnout. She's just
Okay.
burnout.
Okay. Uh,
I might catch that. I might.
Kate Hudson in Song.
Song Blue. That's on Peacock. That's a movie I want to see with her and Hugh Jackman. So I might actually watch that tonight.
Okay.
I might.
Okay. Renee Rensve, Sentimental Value.
The-
And okay. And Emma Stone, Begonia.
That was good. That is also on Peacock. That
Was it?
was good.
It's
Yeah, it's
good?
on Peacock. Yes.
Oh, I gotta see it.
Yes.
If
That's
Gil says
good.
good, y'all
It's
gotta pay attention. Gil saying it's good, it's good.
it's about this how can I say it? This loser guy who works at this big corporation. He's like a custodian or whatever, janitor. And he is convinced that the chick who runs that company in that building is an evil out of space alien,
Is she?
and he needs to capture her, kidnap her, and get her to confess and record it so he can prevent an invasion from her people from another planet. That is what the movie is about.
Oh man, I gotta see that joint. And
It's it's good. To me, it's good. Yeah, everything ain't for everybody, but to me, it's good. I thought that Demi Moore movie that came out last year, I thought that was fantastic. fantastic. And you're like, I don't want to watch no old ass Demi Moore. Remember that? Remember that? Oh, I'm like, dude,
Right about that.
this movie is great. You
Right
don't want to
about
watch
that,
it.
man.
You don't want to watch it.
I don't know. What was the movie? What was the
God,
movie?
I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. It was a real simple name too. Her and um, Dennis Quaid were like the two stars.
Okay, I gotta see that joint.
You're
Oh,
not going to see it. You're
I
not going
will.
to. You're
I'll see.
not going to see it.
I'll
Not
see it,
gonna,
man.
lies, lies,
If
lies,
you let me know what the name is,
lies.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
And for the actress's supporting role, Ellie Fanning, that's my girl from Badlands, Predator Badlands.
Yep.
Sentimental Value.
Hmm.
Okay. Inga, man, I ain't gonna mess this lady name up. Her name Inga, and her last name is Lily Ass. Is Inga Ip's daughter, Lily Ass. Sentimental Value. Man, this movie must have been all right for females. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Until you just mentioned it, I never even heard of it.
Me either.
And I'm a movie guy. I'm a
Sure
film
you
guy.
are.
I never heard of it. This is like one of the issues that I have. But it sounds like it's got a
Hell
lot of nominations, got a lot of good actors and actresses. I don't know. I don't
no.
know.
Amy Madigan, that's my homegirl. She
I
played a
know Amy.
Quicksilver. She played Quicksilver.
Hmm.
And and
And Weapons. She was in
and
Weapons too.
what is up for weapons? Great
Mm,
movie, by the way.
good movie. I would not pick her to win.
No, no, no. Thought the old lady was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, and I think she's nominated, and she won. Is she nominated? Because
No,
she won the SAG.
no, she's
She.
not.
Oh,
Um,
really?
nope. One me,
She won the SAG award.
nope. One me, Masaku for Sinners.
Uh-huh.
She's on there. Um, and my girl, Josh Allen, wife ain't up for it. Hmm.
Guess not.
Well, she's good eye candy. Sorry, Josh. She's good eye candy. Diane and Tiana Taylor, one battle after another. So that is our major nominees. And
I'm gonna tell you right now who's gonna win. It's the girl from Tenet.
from Tenet.
Yeah. The
For,
first one. The first one you mentioned.
oh, she's gonna win it for sentimental value. No,
No.
for Begonia.
No. I just said
Oh,
it.
from Ellie Finney.
No.
Oh, Inga.
You're listing all of them. I said the first one that you mentioned. The first chick.
That's Ellie Finney.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about I was talking about lead actress. I was talking about lead
Oh, lead
actress.
actress. Oh, okay. You talking about Jesse Buckley.
Yes.
Okay.
She's gonna win.
You gonna win
She's
it?
gonna win. The supporting actresses, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
I'll probably watch it. I seem to always watch it.
yeah, I gotta
I
see,
like
man.
it.
I gotta see,
I
man.
like the musical performances. But before we go, got to remind everybody that our show next week will not be a sports show. It will be a Oscars themed show. We're gonna have a few special guests, the norm, and it's gonna be a top 5 list. So tune in for the Oscars themed top 5 list. I don't want to give it away what it's about, but I'm excited about it. Larry, don't wait until the night before. Don't wait until the night
I'll be good, man.
before.
I'll be good, man. I'll be having
All
energy,
right,
man.
because I'm excited. I expect to have the best top 5 list, but I'm excited for everybody participating. Anything else you want to mention before we go off air?
No, I just want to know your opinion on the Oscars, man, because as you heard my man Gil, a lot of these movies is up for an Oscar nominations we have not seen, never heard of them, have probably had no interest in them. And I'm not saying they're bad movies or not. It's just that I don't know. I think that they don't really promote for the Oscars. I don't, and this is my opinion. I want y'all to agree, disagree. I don't think they pick the more blockbuster movies. I think it's more artistic, and it's a secret committee that's watching these movies and are viewing it from an artistic point, not from a general people point. It's like the writers when it comes to the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? It's not the players is voting, it's the writers and they're selective on in their opinions on how do you make the Hall of Fame. You know, it's not
Mhm.
football related. It's my personal opinion that outside of football, you did other things that didn't get you the first nomination. I'm just saying, Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft.
Well, yeah, oh, you're right. The Oscars, they go for very artsy and, they go for a lot of stuff that's not blockbuster. As a matter of fact, you hardly ever see the big money maker movies ever get nominated. Never,
Now,
never, never mind win. Um, Sinners is probably the
yeah,
biggest blockbuster that's gonna, getting nominations and stuff like that. But you're gonna see, I think one battle after another has got nominations, but I don't think they're gonna get wins, in my
now,
opinion.
and for chat also, do you think that the reason why is that case is because these artistic movies would never be heard of if it wasn't for the fact that the people putting them on the forefront and saying these are very well shot, artistic, deep movies?
Mhm.
I want to know your opinion. You know, should it be the blockbusters that we hear about, or should it be these artistic movies to make you go make them go make you want to go watch them and get your opinion of them and see if they're Oscar worthy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not anti-artistic movies. I've watched a lot, but if I've never heard of them and I'm a movie guy and now all of a sudden they're leading in nominations, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, we got a friend, our friend Michelle, who will be on next week. It's a question we can pose her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why is it that these lower budget, independent, sometimes foreign films that we've never heard of, why do they get the nominations? Why are they considered Oscar worthy and other movies aren't? Why do they prefer an Anthony Hopkins over an Arnold Schwarzenegger? Why
Yeah.
is that? Why do they prefer it over Tom Cruise or anything like that? Why is Bradley Cooper nominated every other year? Why is Meryl Streep nominated, every couple years? Julianne Moore every couple years. What are they hitting that other big name actors or actresses are not hitting, even though they're in much bigger, more well-known movies? What's your opinion on that? We'll ask Michelle. We got our opinion. Let's hear your opinion on that. And, tune into our podcast next week when Michelle gives her answer to that. Maybe we have a little friendly debate over it. And then the Oscars will be not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, March the 15th. So check it out. Larry, anything else?
And which of these storylines that we went over tonight was y'all favorite? Rate them 1 through 10. And please comment, like, subscribe to the channel. And I thank y'all for tuning in to us, man. And take it on out, my brother. Your
I want to
last.
thank everybody for tuning in and to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel. Remember to hit like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. We want all the smoke. Be respectful, but please give us an opinion on our takes, whether you agree, disagree on everything that we mentioned. So please give us your feedback and we will read a lot of those comments on the air. So, for my main man, Larry Loper, I'm Gil Larry. Make sure to check us out on Tuesday around 9:30 for our Oscars themed show. Everybody, stay healthy, be happy. Deuces, y'all.
Now